It's only a model. Shh.
We're knights of the round table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang and chat the game on Fridays as we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're knights of the round table, our host is formidable. He runs a strange, often insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's enigmatic in Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Quite incomprehensible. The wrench in hand, we have no plan but to sit and hear Dutch babble. It's a lady time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it. And it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Glad to see all the Knights at the Rhomboid table starting to come in and gather. Hope you're all well. It has been a wild and crazy last week. It started with last week's live stream when Arty came down and joined in, and life was just a happy kind of crazy from that point on. And then the last couple of days, everything has just kind of gone quiet. So let's jump straight into things. Let's get greeting and seeing which Knights of the Rhomboid table are here. I saw Lee, Sir Lee from Anfield Road is here, and I saw Sir Dwight of Curly was here. Sir Christopher is here, and then he just fell off my list. Sir Andy, the hot dog pilot. Sir Joseph Avagliato is here. Welcome in, sir. Sir Ifo just came in. Sir Graham of Leamington Station. Sir Leslie of Gilpin is here. Sir Andrew from March West Junction is here. Nice to have you. Sir Mick is here. Sir Mark of Model Railway Fantasia is here. I just went Elmer Fudd on the Model Railway Fantasia. Model Railway Shed Dino. Sir Dino of Model Railway Shed is here. Sir Terry from Trains Down Under is here. And Sir Tim of Dowd is here. Great to have you all here once again. And I will try to keep up with as people come rolling in and say hello to each other. So anyhow, yeah, the big news was we had Arty. We did not do as much with Arty as I guess we had planned or hoped. Arty was, he was not feeling well when he got to Toledo. And Saturday night and through Sunday, he just got really bad. And then he medicated himself up heavily on Sunday. And Monday, he was much better, but he didn't feel like he was up to traveling. So he stayed an extra day, which was great because we got a chance to talk and have some good times together. And hey, Ray Bertelson, how are you? And so he flew out on Tuesday, and it was still a crazy route. He was going to Baltimore, but he had to go from Toledo west to Chicago and then back east to Baltimore. I don't understand how that happened, but Detroit, Chicago to Baltimore. I don't know. Hey, I wasn't booking the trip, so there you go. But it was great having Arty here, other than we just felt really bad that he wasn't feeling well when he got here. But it was great doing the Friday live stream with him. It was really great. But he clearly wasn't feeling well when we did his live stream on Sunday. Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday evening. Sunday morning for those of you in the UK and Europe who pop in and visit. Hey, JD at Grandpa Rails, how are you? Did I see John A. Dawson is here? Hello, John A. Dawson. Nice to have you here. But anyhow, it was a good time. And yes, the big thing we did really as model train guys is I'm not a rail fanner. I don't go out and videotape trains and do that. I'm not into trains that way. I'm into the model trains that remind me of traveling by train in Europe and the UK. But I'm not a big rail fanner. Every now and then I think I should go to the Amtrak station and film a couple of Amtrak trains just to throw it out there. But I'm just not a rail fanner in that regard. That's just a thing on me. But so we didn't go out and do that. But we did go up to Rick from Rick's Trains. Rick lives about half an hour, and we've met a couple of times before. He comes down to the Toledo train show, and we met at Berea in Cleveland with Dave from Crooked River to have a good time there and go out to breakfast and such before that. Hey, John Benicki's here. Hello, John Benicki and Joe Rader. And I see Monsville is here. So all of you welcome in, my fellow Knights of the Rhomboid table. Sir David from Scots Rails is here. The Scotsman by way of Canada. Or the Canadian by way of Scotland, however you want to put it. But we did go up to Rick. And Rick has an amazing setup for his O-gauge trains. One of the drawbacks with O-gauge is unless you have a big area to run them, it's hard to run consists that aren't just chasing tail, even on an end chaser layout. But he created a nice big run in his basement, a couple of them, and he's just finished expanding a run so that he's got two full runs. One of them has 2 rails, one has 1 rail. I think he said he's got other expansions in mind, but we'll see. But he's been completely rearranging his layout. So what we saw is just sort of the midway point. He's got the runs in, and now he's got to go back to really start working on where he wants to get working on some other things. But his collection of O-gauge locomotives, I mean, he's got great stock too, but his collection of O-gauge locomotives was just impressive because those are not cheap. Even if you buy them secondhand, they're not cheap. And it was just amazing to see it all. Did I see Randall is here? Sir Randall Ellison. Oh, it's great to see you. You can't chat. You're on your way back to Thayer. Well, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. I wasn't salivating over it, Leslie. I was impressed with the space. If anything, his basement is although the individual rooms are smaller, the run he was able to create was as big as my basement or more. And so he could really put in nice long runs. Now, the height of the basement was not something I was fond of. I nailed my head a couple of times, even though I was warned to watch out. The problem is when I'm filming, I'm not paying attention to where I'm walking. But it was, the one thing that would discourage me right away from O scale is, could you imagine what a railjet or an ICE3 or ICE4 would cost in O scale? And yeah, it's not happening. But I just enjoy seeing people that have a setup. And you've got to understand, for all the years I've been in the hobby, this was only the third layout I've ever gotten to visit. I got to see Alan Wiles at Dragon Junction and see his amazing shed layout, and and all that. What a beautiful guy. I got to see Jim from Hover Motion's amazing layout. Probably, the first English-speaking, European-based layout I had seen on YouTube. And as I joke all the time, I've had a bro cush on Jim since I've seen his channel. So getting to meet him was awesome and see his layout. And then Rick, and that's it for YouTube, guys. That's it for layouts I've visited. So all the years I've been in the hobby now, which is only 7 or 8, there's only been a couple I've actually visited. So it would be nice to get to see more. So when you get to see somebody else, and the thing about Rick's layout is it's a great layout, but it's Rick's and Lisa's joy at it. That they love the trains. They love running the trains, and that's what draws me to channels anyhow. It's not how big or how fancy your layout is. It's whether it's on a windowsill or on a carpeting floor. It's that you love your trains and you love running them. And like, here's what I got, and let it go. And this is all the space I have, because I understand it is when you are lucky to have that kind of space. It's great. And for Rick, he's able to have that space. But it was just an amazing, fabulous. Hey, Sir Dave of Kiwi is here. Nice to have you, Dave. So it was great. But otherwise, after Arty left on Tuesday, I had a long day Tuesday because I had to get up before 5 to get ready to take Arty to the airport. Then I had to take Arty to the airport. And unfortunately, my GPS did not acknowledge that the airport had closed off. I went into the normal exit, but they had blocked off the main drive to go to the other terminal, because Detroit has a couple of different terminals. And I had to leave the airport, go out, come all the way back around, and find my way around a way I've only done once before. And Joyce is my navigator, so I was a little frustrated driving and trying to get us to the terminal to drop Arty off, but he had plenty of time. His plane wound up being delayed anyhow, but it was great having Arty here. But then he left, and then I had to go back to normal life. Or as my title says, there's no normal to go back to. I just have to go from a fun insanity to a quieter insanity. Because it's great to have somebody, especially somebody like Arty, that for people who don't watch the Arty live stream, Arty and I co-host. It's Arty's channel. It's his show. And a year and a half ago, whenever it was, 2 years ago, he asked me to co-host. And I always feel like I'm in the way, but he tells me that's why he wanted me in there, just to do my insanity bits. And then when he's not there, I can keep his show running. And the funny thing is, when he's not there, I suddenly feel like I better do a serious show, because my live stream is for me mucking around and doing all that. Yeah, I slowed down to 30 and kicked him out. Arty did. Yeah, Arty mentioned he was going to stop off there. And then I saw Cab Crew Friday, or Cab Crew Wednesday, sorry, where Arty showed pictures of where he got to stay. That was only after he learned to behave himself. We only let him stay there when he learned to behave himself. Before that, he was just behind the garage with a pup tent, but that was a different story. So anyhow, not a lot going on in the big world. I posted a couple of videos this week, one about Arty, Joyce, and me visiting Rick and Lisa, and then I talked about some issues with my Fowler car, or where, what the problems were, and setting it up, and the first test, and some things didn't work. And a lot of people were like, oh, you're being so negative, you're beating yourself up. And I'm like, no, I'm not being negative. I was actually on a positive note because things were working. There was a little frustration because, yes, a couple of motors weren't working, but I really was expecting them on first try not to work because I'm doing a hybrid system and I have to get those reed sensors to work a little differently, and I might have to move them and adjust them. But I haven't worked on it. Wednesday, I was busy doing my taxes and just resting. After Arty in the morning and my grandson Kyan through the day, I was tired on Wednesday, and I was just like, do I want to go downstairs and work on the Fowler car? No. So hopefully I will work. I actually worked a little bit on it today, but nothing to talk about or demonstrate. Lastly, before I go to the trains, my friends, is Arty potty trained? Well, he's plunger trained. Hey, Martin from Shedmouth Junction is here. How are you? Now, the other thing I did that came in the mail a couple hours ago is, anybody who knows Märklin knows this is a decoder box. I bought 2 decoders because I have these 2 Class 101s I picked up from the collector sets that, design livery, fictional design livery or what have you. This one is digital, but it's an old digital, and I think the decoder is having issues. So I want to modernize the decoder in this one, and then this one is analog, and I got to put a decoder in this one. And having watched a video a couple of times on how to do it, it's like, wow, it's not as... It's a fairly straightforward install, but it's a lot of, take this wire off and reconnect this wire, take this wire off and do that. Whereas the other decoder installs I've done was just 2 wires in, we're good. But hopefully I will work on that either this weekend or sometime next week and get it done. My friend Jean Ricard, who will not be here today. Hi, Jean. Sir Jean of Denmark is not here. Hey, Sir Clive is here. Great video this week about your last call from Hattons and all that. A lot of stuff in there. But anyhow, let's go to the trains, get the trains running. The rest I can babble about as we go along. So where are we at? There's no real theme today. It's an eclectic mix. I really did not have time to think about trains to run this week. And I try to break out trains I haven't run in a while. So in lane 1, being pulled by a 218 is what's called the Munich-Nuremburg Express. But really, it's just regional traffic, and it's being pulled by a 218. Often these Munich-Nuremberg Expresses are pulled by 101s, but I haven't run the red 218, so I put that one out. And so we'll get him going, and then somebody who has not run in months on the channel is my IC2, my ICE2. So I thought I would let him shake the cobwebs off and get him running today. So this is an ICE2. And this is one thing I want Märklin to do. Märklin needs to re-release an ICE2 that actually has working tail lights, headlights, and maybe even some sound functions, instead of the same old one that they've been releasing for 30 years. So it'd be nice if they did that. The next one is the gift I picked up from, I think this one was Ohio Steam and Steel, Dirk at Ohio Steam and Steel. This beautiful blue Tiger pulling my container freight. So it's a DEAC 33, also known as a Class 250 for the few that are actually in Germany. But only a couple got used in Germany, and other people. And then some fun, and I'll demonstrate more fun. This is only the second time this BR50, and the first time since I got it, but I've modified this BR50 since he last run. So we'll put this in motion. And he's pulling a rake of tin plates from the 60s of Germany. So if anything, I just got different eras. I've got 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s all represented here. But a nice rake of cars, I think, for him. Hey, Zitter Fox is here. Nice to have you. And yes, so I have a steam and I have diesel. I've got a little bit of everything. Double-deckers, single-deckers. Speaking of double-deckers, let's get the control app going here. I am running my Metronom, my double-decker Metronom. And then way in the back, I'm running my little BR650 Deutsche Bahn Regio DMU, the little diesel multiple unit back there. But there's like, for some reason, that went the plunger there. All right, so we'll let everybody get running and we'll enjoy the big screen here. And, oh my goodness, go away, Norton. You are such an amazingly annoying. Okay, so now I'll catch up with the chat. Everybody's still saying hi to each other who comes in. So where's my 650 at on here? Let's see if I can get him working. Where is he? BR650. There he is. Oh, you're going to be petty. Oh, well. Let's see if I can get to him this way. Be with y'all in just a second. I'm trying to convince something to do something. There we go. All right. Now I can finally sit back and just enjoy what we're doing. All right, so how's the chat going? Hey, Terry Ellen is here. How are you, Terry? Sir Terry. Still at work on the West Coast. Hey, Simon, how are you? Okay, now, for those of you who like your Steam, when I bought that BR50, it did not have a steam unit in it. It could not produce steam. That is no longer the case. I installed one actually about a month ago now. Well, hello, Dave from Swindon's Junction. Thanks for joining in. So you'll see it coming here, and there we go. The guy is puffing steam now, so I actually installed something correctly. And he puts out a lot of steam. So let's just go to the multi-view just for a bit. And Mick is here. Mick was here earlier. I don't know if I said hi or not, but just in case I missed you, Mick, hello. The Royal Bartender. So yeah, he's churning the smoke. Let's Let's do the long view, and there you can really see it smoking up. But so now my big 5 locomotives all steam. So next time I do a Steam-a-Palooza, 5 of the 6 will actually steam, which means we'll be setting off the fire alarm in this basement. Herforder came in. Out in your shed playing with your old friend. Cool. But I will say, the mix they use for this particular one is a little more invasive smell than what my other ones do, like the Flying Scotsman and the Rhinegold's. But next time I do a Steamer-Palooza, and he's already running. I didn't put a lot in, but he's already running out. But I thought I'd show that. Very pleased that he's running steam. Chug, 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 chug. There he goes. Chug, 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 chug. So I'm actually looking forward to doing a Steamer-Palooza again. Normally I only do it once a year, but maybe I'll do it again soon. And just to be crazy, just have them all chuffing at one time. It's a Märklin. I'm going to turn it off now because I didn't put a lot in there. So it'll stop here in a second. Poop, poop, there you go. So it is a Märklin. It's a Märklin locomotive with the Märklin smoke unit, and then Zoita distillate to put in. The fluid is Zoita. The fluid is Zoita. Hello, Simo D, and a great video by you yesterday, I believe it was. It's hard for me. I have been off YouTube, other than the couple of things I posted. I'm not even trying to catch up. I just started watching people's streams and videos on Wednesday. I just realized with Arty here, there was no way I was going to be able to watch a lot of YouTube, and I was not going to be able to catch up on the stuff I missed. I just, on my right side, I haven't put up a new building. Things have been rearranged a bit while I'm working on my Fowler car system. While I'm working on the Fowler car system, I moved things around so buildings you maybe never saw before are now more visible, and from some angles you see things you never saw before. Yeah, and I'm sorry I missed your stream, Simo, but I had my, Simon, SJ Train World, I missed your live stream, but I just... was busy. That's the only way I can put it. I was busy. No, but I find that stuff interesting. It's like Dave Swindon. He does brilliant work on his layout, and I rarely get a chance to get into it because I get up and do my pre-breakfast routines, and then if I wake up in time, I try to catch my good friend Andy, if I can call him my good friend Andy, at Hot Dog Pilot, because he does a Sunday morning stream. So I like to catch that. But then after that, I do breakfast because it's 9 a.m. here. I do a quick breakfast, and then I get on with my Sunday chores and work I want to get done. So it's just, no matter who's on, there's pros and cons at the time you're on. I always thought this time, where I start at 3 p.m. my time, which is 8 p.m. on Friday UK time, 9 p.m. Western Europe time, except for parts of Portugal and Spain. I figure it's really a bad time because Friday you're going out with, you're going out, going to the movies. It's the weekend. You're going out drinking with your friends, blah, blah, blah. And so it's Friday evening there. Why would you come and hang on a model train channel? And the Americans are at work. And yet I still have a group of people that come and hang with me, which I am blown away and just cannot say enough how much I appreciate all of you and love you all, that those of you that just come here every Friday or as often as you can. There are some people that come in once every few weeks just to see what's going on. And that's great too. We don't chase anybody away as long as they're not. I mean, I've only banned one person, and boy, I did everything I could to avoid banning that person. Oh, goodness, one of these days, I need a little sign here. I gotta put a little reminder note, a sticky note up here to say, start the UK trains. My apologies, the UK trains will be running because that's the other big news. So let's go to the floor cam. Let's go to the floor cam and play Spot the Change. Hey, Rick's Trains! You're at work in the background. All right. But again, Rick, thank you to you and Lisa for hosting us at your house with Arty. Arty had a great time. Really loved it. We talked a lot about it on the way back. So yes, this is from Brian Finn of Finnerton Central and his partner, Mr. X, a.k.a. Martin. And I think it was $40. I've wanted a Swallow Livery HST. And this is the classic. It's a Class 43. I know it's not a 125, but it's the Swallow Livery, and it works. And they actually have 2 more cars. Now, by the way, my UK friends that are here, can you tell from just watching it go round, is that a Mark II or a Mark IV coach? Is that a Mark II coach or a Mark IV coach? Can you tell? Well, I paid 40 euros and 20 for shipping. I thought even if it didn't work, it was worth it because I could tinker with it and get it to work, I think. Leslie says it should be a Mark III, so I've got Mark III. We're going to have an election now. A Mark III. So now I just would like to find 1 or 2 more Mark III coaches there. Because I don't know the difference between a Mark II, a Mark III, and a Mark IV. I know Brian had a couple of extra Mark IIs, but I didn't buy them, and those were sold before I could buy them. But I did tell him I wanted to buy this one, and he's got 2 Mark IVs that he's got at a great price that I would buy. They're 12 euros each, or 12 pounds each, which I think is a very fair price for a coach. So 2 of them for less than 25 pounds, which is not even $30. That's $14 a coach. So could I run a Mark IV coach with a Mark III coach? I mean, would that have ever happened, or would it have been no? They replaced all the Mark IIIs with Mark IVs. Would it be prototypical to have like, oh, this train has a couple of Mark IIIs and a couple of Mark IV coaches? Hello, hi, Sir Hi from the Netherlands. Mark IV is a different profile. Mark IIs are shorter. So if I could just get 1 or 2 more in Swallow liveries, and I haven't even looked on eBay yet. They might be on eBay. I haven't even looked on eBay yet. But I need to know if these were Mark IIIs, Mark IVs, and again, I didn't know the difference. So thank you guys for, once again, educating me. Mark IIs are shorter than Mark IIIs, and then Mark IIIs and Mark IVs just have different profiles. Because as you look at that one go around, even though I think it's all Hornby, because it came as a set, the coach is a definitely darker gray than the 2 control cabs at the end. The coloring is just a little different. The passenger coach is just a different shade there. I think you can see what I'm talking about when you see it in close up there. That it look where it's gray on the control cabs, it's closer to black, more of a slate charcoal gray on the passenger car. Yeah, okay, Leslie. Yeah, I'm not looking at doing the, because I do like the banana trades, but that's a different thing. I can't get carried away. There really is only 1 or 2 more trains that I would like to get for my 00, and then I really need to stop with the 00. I would love to get a Transpennine set of coaches. I would like to get a Transpennine set of coaches with a Daypole class 68, or if I could get a 397 in a decent price. But that's the problem. I either can't find them. And the other one I would like is either a GWR class 800 like my Azuma, or if I could get a Caledonian sleeper car set. Yeah, that's what. Hey, Sir Kieran is here. Hello, Sir Kieran from J94. Great to have you. The darker is more prototypical. Okay. And did I see Ken? Hello, Ken. Hang on. We got a Knight you. Would Knights of the Rhomboid Table please all stand? I now declare you a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. Ken, you are now a Knight of the Rhomboid Table, and you have your blue spanner in hand, and you are now welcome to advertise your channel or a friend's channel as long as it's train related, hobby related, any hobby like wargaming, model building, whatever. Just anything that is not religious or political. Or worse, a mix of the two. We don't need a repeat of the 30 Years' War. Or pretty much any of the English Civil Wars of the 15, 16, and 1700s. But that's a different story. Well, Graham, thank you for saying that. That's great. I really appreciate that. Hey, Sir Andy81E is here. Great to have you, Sir Andy. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Sir Andy's and thanks and good while we're doing that. I know many of you aren't on Facebook, but Andrew from March West Junction, Andrew McDonald, he does a YouTube group called Inspirational Modeling. And he posts links to people's videos that he comes across to encourage you to see the channel or where they talk about topics. He even posts links to mine, but somehow it hasn't got him shut down on Facebook yet. But that's an awesome job. He doesn't have to do it, but it's something he does. I mean, with everything else he does, his own channel, but then he's running a Facebook group. He's living his life. He's got family and blah, blah, blah. And yet he goes out of his way to post links. My buddy, Model Railway Shed Dino, does this as well, where he will post videos that he's come across that he likes to share with people. Hello, Sir Richard from Brown. How are you? Nice to have all you wonderful, wonderful people here. All right, let's get off the floor cam now, just to prove that I will run those trains. And yes, Dave, in fact, that was the first thing that brought me to your channel over a year ago. I saw you running some HSTs, and I was like, okay, I like this channel right away. I don't have much Brava, Zeta, but I will say, and let's go to the multi-view, I will say I have 2 items by Brava. I got a Class 146.5 IC2 that is sitting here that I should sell, and Joyce has told me I can sell it, but I don't want to. But, there's no point in trying to show this, but I'll try anyhow. But this is a Class 140. I have another one. But this was the first locomotive Joyce ever bought me. It was something I asked for, but I told her to keep it under a certain price. She was getting frustrated trying to find one. She finally bought this and paid a lot more than I said she should try spending on it, because she bought me a Deluxe Brava. This is a beautiful locomotive. It is gorgeous. It runs well. It ran beautifully. It hasn't run on my layout. I ran it in sometime last year just to run it again, and oiled it up and just to run it again. But it is an amazing locomotive that Joyce bought me. But we bought a Märklin one because the Märklin one is the actual locomotive that pulled me and Joyce on an IC2 from Delmenhorst to Leipzig. And then we changed to another IC2 to go to Dresden. This was in 2017. So in 2019, we were in Delmenhorst visiting my friend Heinz, who would pass away later that December. And we went into a model train shop, and he had one of these Märklins. And so we looked at it, and I really wanted to resist buying it, but it was I knew by the running numbers it was the exact locomotive that pulled the train, and the cars we had were the exact same numbered wagons that we rode on. So by buying this Märklin one, we have the actual train, well, a model of the actual train we rode. And let's face it, I think most model train people, if you can get a model of a train you actually rode on, it carries a special significance. Not just, oh, that's, we rode ICE 3s, or we rode an HST 43, but when it's got the actual running numbers and wagon numbers of one you rode, that makes it really, really, really special. And so then the winner was, they took it out of the box and they demonstrated it for us. And they were showing all the sound functions, making sure they work. And Joyce and I are just looking at it, he's running through it, because I haven't decided to buy it yet. He's just setting it up, getting it ready, wanting to impress me enough to buy it. But then he starts going through the station announcements here. Nächster Halt, Bad Zwischenahn. Next stop, Bad Zwischenahn. Nächster Halt, Oldenburg. Next up. Nächster Halt, Delmenhorst. And as soon as we were Delmenhorst, Joyce and I were like, ah! And the guy looked at us like, what's the problem? I was like, no, it's a Delman horse. And Joyce was like, buy it. It says Delman horse. It's a train we rode on. We had to get it. So I've got this one, which is beautiful, but I'm struggling. Joyce has told me sell it. And I'm struggling because it was a gift from her, and I hate to do that. Hey, Sparky, Sir Dave of Sparky. How are you, sir? So I should sell it because it's a spare and I'm not using it. I should sell it, but... And I would sell it. This is one I would not give away. This is one that if I sold it, and I would probably sell it for half price, but even at half price, it would be $200. And it probably needs a little bit of a inside, upside, downside tune-up. But just because it's been sitting for a while. And Monsville, I think I said hello, but just in case, hello, Monsville. Well, the thing is, at the time she did it, Dave from Scott Rails, money was, you know, that was my entire Christmas gift budget. That one Loco, because we were still on a budget when I first started in the hobby. I know it doesn't show now, but at the time we were. And I didn't want her to spend that much money. I was like, oh, you could get this and this for the same price. And she wanted to surprise me. You know, that's the thing. Joyce wants to surprise me. She wants to go something I like that she could surprise me with. Oh, that stupid camera is twisted again. I think the cats that now go under the table, I think they're pulling on the wire because that's all twisted. I didn't check that camera today. I don't know why I didn't. I checked the others, but I didn't check that one. All right, Dave, thank you for stopping in. Hello, Sir Tom of Couples, welcome in. And Sir Andrew of 156 and Sir Raymond Anthony is here. No such thing as late or early, absolutely right. No late or early, Raymond. It's you come as you can. I'm not a teacher anymore, and I'm not taking attendance. Oh, that's a nice shot to catch. The two trains coming, one veering, one going straight. And there goes that Class 50 pulling those tin plates. So I have a little bit of everything. If you wanted freight, I got freight. For those of you who want me to run more steam, I got a steamer going. For those of you who like diesel, we got a couple of diesel. If you like the high speeds, I got the high speeds. It's a little bit of everything today, kind of a classic. Hey, Dave Heisa, Sir Dave, how are you? Welcome in. It's a mixed bag for sure. We got trains and DMUs, and my problem is I picked up so many new things, I want to keep running them. That Brava Twin Dex Vario set I picked up, I just want to run that all the time. It's beautiful. I love it, but I've got A, I like to give my trains rest, and B, I've got other things I need to run. Hello, Sir Andy Dobson. Welcome in. No Swiss narrow gauge. Fortunately, I won't do narrow gauge unless it's O scale narrow gauge, which fits on the 00 or on the HO scale track. I think that's how it works. Doesn't one of the O scale narrow gauges fit on HO track? But no, I don't do narrow gauge. And secondly, I don't do Switzerland. And if I did run a Swiss train, it would look totally inappropriate on my layout because my layout is flat and those Swiss trains need to be in mountains. Well, thank you. I'm glad a couple of you guys and the 81E like the mix of trains I got today. Again, the only theme was, guys, I haven't run in a while. So I looked at that Big Blue Tiger, which I think that is the one I got from Ohio Steam and Steel. You gave me the rail pool, and I got he hadn't run in a while, and I think he's just a cool-looking diesel locomotive. He looks kind of American, but either way, he's just very cool-looking. Every time I see this bent this way, it's just like Batman, the old 60s Batman show where they always did the slanted angles. But I love this little, it's my only Mehano, and he's a trooper. He runs well. And his lights come on and go off, and come on and go off. I've never been able to get the lights working, but I'm not going to mess with them. I'm not going to bother with it. If the lights work, great. If they don't work, I don't care. It's a old, wonderful model. What track cleaner do I use? Okay, so let's go into track cleaning. Let me get my stuff. I have 3 ways I clean track. Let's go to the multi-view before I go to the maxi view. Oh, more Boomer track. I don't know, I have down like that too many different tracks. Here it is. Okay. And where are you? Okay. Oh, what? I need one more thing. Hi. Do you suffer from rough skin? No, sorry. Anyhow, step 1. If I just want to do some spot cleaning, a chamois cloth, a good, high quality, thick deer, chamois, sheepskin cloth. The sheep died well. Sorry if you don't like it, but real sheepskin. And I'll rub that along the tracks if I'm spot cleaning. Sometimes with, sometimes without cleaner. Well, I don't know. You never know until you try, Sparky. Anyhow, and then when I really want to do cleaning without my clean cars, this is a hard foam rubber. This comes with packing, like for computer parts and stuff like that. It's still spongy, but it's a hard foam sponge. And yes, it's black, so it makes it hard, but all I know is I can run my finger along a track and come up with black lines on my finger, rub this along the track, and rub the finger again, and the finger's clean. This is really good, and it's just glued on to a block of wood. This one, as you can see, is getting all tore up, but it does absorb some of this, so I'll use a little of the Easy Lube on it. And just, this is when I'm using elbow grease to clean. And then and that's when I really decide it's time to scrub my track. It's time to get down and dirty. But the number one thing I use to clean my track is a series of 3 cars. And when I say number 1, it is I use these more than the other things. I do general cleaning once a month, maybe. And it's 3 cars. So number 1, and these are by the German company Lux. I don't know if they even have their name on it. But this is the vacuum car. This is the vacuum car. This is the rail cleaning car. So this is kind of like your CSX not CSX, CMX. It's got a very soft like Brillo pad here that spins around and it goes along and cleans the top of the rails. So, you know, clean your contacts. And it also picks up any dust, the vacuum cleaner. I tend to run the vacuum cleaner first and then this behind it. And then you do multiple loops so the vacuum gets anything that kicks up. And then the third one is special to us third rail people. And this is a third rail cleaner, which again is similar to your CMX car, but it's got a almost like a sandpaper, a very soft grit sandpaper here. And that goes along the third rail of my track. The little nubs, that scrubs the tops of the nubs. That even rhymes. That scrubs the tops of the nubs. So between the three of them, they go around my track. I do 3 or 4 loops. Actually, I do more like half an hour of each loop of track and just let them scrub it all clean. But no cleaning car does a super job. They're eventually once a year, once every couple of years, you got to get down to elbow grease. And so that's how I clean them. Now those Lux cars, I was talked into those years ago by my German rail enthusiast, all the guys in Germany and Austria and France and Netherlands and that ran Märklin. They're like, these are the best cleaning cars there are. And the price, they better be, because these are 3-4 times the price of about anybody else's cleaning car. Or about $40 to $50 more than a good CMX cleaning car. They run about the equivalent of about $200 American dollars each. So that's a deluxe train in those 3 cars right there. They are expensive. That was half a train budget for a year. So anyhow, let's go back to the trains and I'll catch up with well, welcome class 37. TMD. I'm now declare you a knight of the round boy table. Class 37 TMD, welcome to my channel and the insanity of my little German layout, Central European layout. Although everything I'm running is German today. I probably should put the, I could add it right now, couldn't I? Add. Video capture device. Come on, where is it? There we go. I don't know the best place to put this one. I was going to put it up here, and I don't want to. But yes, I do run some 00 scale trades on my floor because I run a European 3-rail system, so which is digital, so I can't run the UK trains on my main layout. So I have a little floor layout. All right, did I see Andy81E has got to take off? All right, Andy, thanks for popping in. Always glad to see you. Zeta, definitely there are some locomotives that don't like it, but my class, my Märklin 146-2 pulls them just fine. My my class 193 Vectrons by Roco pulled them just fine. But let me see, who else have I used? My Roco class 181-2 pulls them just fine. And now I have my big V320, which, yeah, could pull 10 of those. Graham, 90% of my locos have sound. The only ones that don't have sound are ones I picked up from other people, like these guys I'm working on. These won't have sound. And a couple of my, like that BR50 right there does not have sound. But, and that, the Tiger I don't think has sound, but I can double check that real quick. No, the Tiger has sound. I just don't run them with sound down here because the sound reverberates. If I run more than one train with the sound, it just reverberates down here. But yeah, the vast majority of my locos have sound. If I have a steamer running with sound, I'll often run it because I know a lot of guys like the steamer sounds. I've got the 218. I just turned the sound on. But I've also got it turned down, so it's not really loud. Hey, did I see Eric is here? All right, good night, EFO. Thanks for hanging out. Now its sound is getting a little louder there. But yes, other than a couple of them, all my locos or trains have sound in them. Well, I put the ceiling in. We used to have a drop ceiling, which was sound-based, but I wanted to keep the sound from going upstairs. I put a hard ceiling in when I redid this basement a few years ago. And it's just one or two trains are okay. When you get them all going, it's a cacophony, and it's hard to think. And so when I do the live stream, I don't tend to turn them on. I don't tend to turn the sounds on when I do the live stream. Again, unless it's a steamer, because I know guys like, unfortunately, today's steamer doesn't have that sound. Well, hello, CMD models. If I were really thinking ahead of time, I would have put soundproofing insulation when I put this ceiling in, but this is a basement. But yeah, I would have put some soundproofing in, and you can even get soundproofing paint that actually does some level of it. Well, thank you. I was really trying to just grab a bunch of locomotives and car sets I hadn't run in a while, and just kind of a what the heck. Oh, that's great to hear, Simon. I caught your, I think it was Facebook post where you mentioned you were moving on to a new job. So they're always exciting. They're always scary. I mean, I always had other jobs, but I had the same primary job for 36 years. And while I changed buildings a couple of times, I tended to do long stints. I was at one building for close to 10 years. Well, I was really at two buildings. And I was at my last location for 20 years before I retired. I started in 2002 and retired in 2022. You know, sometimes when I'm running trains, I try to come up with a theme. I'll try to have a theme like all white trains, or all double deckers, or all blue trains, or all red, all single deckers, all diesel. I've got like 5 218, so I'll do an all 218 day. I haven't done my all ICE day. I normally wait for like when we get a blizzard or a heavy snowstorm, and then that inspires me. Okay, we're going to do all the IC and ICEs. And I haven't done that one, so I should do it before winter ends. Maybe I'll do it next week. I just get my ICs and ICEs all out and running. All power to your elbow. So today was just, well, I haven't run the IC2 in a long time. Well, I haven't run that Blue Tiger in a long time. Now the Metronome I run so often, but it'd been 3 weeks since the Metronome was out. And then we're celebrating the new train on the floor. So wow, he's flying around now. I might have to go slow him down. He seems to have got his motors chugging, so maybe I'll slow him down just a bit. He's going at warp speed right now, Mr. Sulu. But yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Brian did me a good job there. That was a $40 train, $20 shipping from the UK. I'm quite pleased with that little HST. Work is the curse of the drinking class. I like the inversion there, but also true. No one can stop the Spanish Inquisition. Oh, wait, that's not how it goes. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is fear. Fear and amongst our weaponry are. Tie her to the rack. I know, I was trying to work around your crass mistake. Just pretend. A British-Mexican train. No, I don't have that. Yep. I'm very limited. I've got some UK trains because, I mean, it all started with a Beatles Hornby Eurostar, the Yellow Submarine Eurostar from Hornby. I just wanted it because it was a Beatles train. And before I actually opened the box and saw how cheaply it was made by Hornby, sorry, I'll get a few hate mails for that one, I'm sure. I thought that maybe I'd be able to upgrade it to 3-rail digital. And then when I saw how it was connected and powered, no, there's no way I can put a ski on that. Even if I could fit a decoder in there to run it as 3-rail, yeah, there's just no way that would work. I actually think my Azuma could potentially be upgraded to 3-rail. There could be a potential for that, but there's no point now because I've got all the 00 track. But it would be cool to see my Azuma up here with my rail jets and my ICE3 and ICE4. That would be one hell of a tandem to have the Azuma up here on my layout. That would be cool. Mixing paint for your airbrush. Is airbrushing like air guitar? Where you just pretend you're painting? See, I'm using my airbrush right now. This is my air roller. Oh, Tim, I would love it. I would love it if I could get the Azuma up here working. Could I do a second level? The short answer is yes. I could. In fact, Joyce wants me to do that. Joyce wants me to, let's go to the camera where I can explain it. Long view. Joyce wants me to put a 4x8 table right here. Come up a bit and put a 4x8 board across. Now the problem is I'd have to get a little bit of weight support in the middle here. But she wants me to put a 4x8 board across here and move that floor stuff up. And then it'd be off the floor, it'd be out of the way. And there's no real reason that couldn't be done other than I would want some kind of middle weight support there. I would have to get a couple of 4x4 posts here to really support the weight. I mean, I suppose I could do 2x4s, but I'd rather just do 4x4 and drop them down as legs. But it would be hard to reach them and get them on and off. I could stick the camera on to watch them go. But technically, I could also go down here, which was the original plan, to have a second layer below here, a second level below these tables. What I should have done, but there's no way I'm going to do it now. What I should have done was just built these tables up about 8 inches higher and then done a full second level below them. But if I were going to do that now, I'd have to just tear everything off and completely start over. Which, Joyce and I have been happily married for 37 years. No, 36 years. Going on 37. I'll be 37 later this year. And I think if I announced I was taking everything down and completely rebuilding these tables, she would end that streak at 36 years. Graham, could I take one of these lanes out and make it a 2-rail lane? Yes. Do I want to do that? No. That's the simple answer. I could do it, but I don't want to. I need 3 lanes going into Delmenhorst. Now, could I do one of the interior lanes? Yeah, but if I did that, then I would say I don't need the stuff on the floor. And right now, I kind of like having 8 trains running instead of 6. So I just got to figure out the best way to set up these the UK trains, you know, up in the corner picture here. And again, you got to remember, I have a room behind me, not the door you could see. Let's go one more. But that door right behind me right there, that is a 12 by 14 room that I could expand into or build a 00 layout in there, or both. I just have a daughter that when she decides she's ready to move out, that room is mine. And I've already got a tunnel to lead to it, and I'll make a big parking area over there. And I could easily put in a larger 00 layout than what's on the floor here, and just solve all my problems. Put in a couple of cameras, and we're all good. The tunnel is already there. What's the easiest way to show you the tunnel? Oh, let's go to this one, the shaky hand cam. Sorry guys, the shaky hand cam. I'll try to put it in the less shaky hand. The tunnel is already there. It goes through that closet, under the stairs, and into that room. It doesn't go all the way through yet. Someday it will. But the tunnel is already started. It goes through that closet and stops so I can park my really long trains in there. My rail jets and my ICE 3s and 4s and such. But they'll go through that tunnel and then they'll eventually emerge into that room. So the prep work has already been done. Now let's change cameras. Quick change. Boom. Do it or else. So yeah, the tunnel is already there. It's just, when I took this big space for my layout, my daughter, who had a little sewing and hobby cubby right here, she got evicted. That was my hobby room where I played my war games and worked on in-house building projects when I didn't want to go out to the garage. And so I gave her that room to make up for what I took away from her out here. Actually, okay, I apologize for misunderstanding you, Graham. The short answer, there's not an easy way to do that. You can actually convert my C-track, 3-rail track to 2-rail track. But I would have to go to each individual track and cut it, or at least cut one track to repower it to the main rails. But where I could switch them back and forth, I just saw a video today where somebody did that, where they took their Märklin K track, which is the normal looking stuff, and they made it so it can switch back and forth between AC and DC, 3-rail and 2-rail operation. So I might study that more, because I guess it could be an idea. So yes, the short answer to your question, which it's too late for that because I've just given you a long answer, is from what I understand, there is a way I can convert my 3-rail track where you can make it where it works both 2-rail and 3-rail. Hello, Ian. Hello. Ian, I saw your videos earlier this week. I didn't comment on them because I was just watching while I was doing taxes and other things. And Mick is still planning his new layout. Yeah, I saw you took it all out. Hang on, Game of Life, welcome in. Let me get you knighted, Game of Life. So, Game of Life, to answer your question, let me grab a piece here. The track I use is called, it's from a German company called Märklin. So, I know most of you guys are like, oh my God, here's the 100th time he's done it. But, hey, when somebody asks, I like to show. It is called C-Track. By the German company Märklin, it's called C-Track. It's pre-bedded, so people say, oh, it's like Bachmann Easy Track or Atlas Easy Track and so forth. There's a couple of major differences. First of all, it is 3-rail. So there we go. You can see there's nubs here in the middle. Those nubs are connected to an actual 3rd rail underneath the track. Okay? Now, if you look at the ends here, this is where C-Track is special. You've got lots of metal in there for good, solid electricity flow. But also, you've got little flanges here. So if I want to operate a turnout, and I want to take this turnout, and instead of operating it manually with a little lever here, I don't know if you guys are seeing that flick back and forth, but I can operate it manually. Or I can put in a motor that I can run through my Central Station 3, or I can put a motor in a decoder where I hit a button and it opens and closes, or I can program it to open and close. But this is 3-rail. But everything is in this 3-rail, this Märklin C-Track, is designed like you put a motor under here and the decoder under the track. You don't have to do drop wiring. Everything runs under the track. No drop wires. This whole big layout I'm running, and let me just give you a view of how big I'm running. It's not pretty, but it's mine. What Joyce says about me. There we go, where we go. So, no, not that one. Where are you? There we go, this one. So this is my layout. I have 3 connections for power. I have the main connection for this whole main center. Then I have a second power connection for my parking area here. And then there's a parking area way over on the side you can't see that I ran an additional cable to just to give some juice there. So I have, this main layout is run by 1 power connection, 2 wires. Because it's 3-rail, and 3-rail does conduct electricity more efficiently than even digital DC 2-rail. But, so I have no drop wires. And then all my turnouts are digital, but there's no drop wires for that because you plug them in. Well, let's go back to the main picture. You plug them in right here on those little tabs. So they just slide in and you're all wired up, good to go. I don't think I have one of my motorized turnouts here. Nope. Where did I put it? Nope. Okay, I don't have one here. There it is. So, but that's what it is. It's Märklin C-Track, but it is 3-rail. It's, you know, sort of like Lionel O-gauge 3-rail track. So anyhow, that's that. And which Dave is leaving us? Yeah, I agree, Zader. It is, Märklin C-Track is fantastic stuff if you can get past it's not 100% prototypical. Although I will say I have been through places in Germany that look like what you're seeing now, where you got some stone and then the darker stone under the track. And Ray Bertelson, that is something that I learned afterwards. I got into Märklin and C-Track by accident. But in all honesty, I'm glad I did. There is so much less wiring, even for digital. If you wanted to do digital and not have to do all the wiring, Märklin is the way to go. The only problem is you're going C-rail. And there are companies that make American 3-rail stock. MTH made American trains for the Märklin 3-rail system. Yeah, and CMD it is. It's good stuff. It's quality stuff, but it does have a higher level of idiot proof. And again, if you wanted to run digital and not have to figure all the digital stuff with wiring out, Märklin Digital is, and all the stuff, because like Roco and Pico and Brava, they all make stuff for Märklin. Rivarossi makes stuff for Märklin, Acme trains. So the hardest company to get rolling stock for on 3-rail is the UK trains. Within the last 30 years, I think I can safely go back 30 years, and Evo's left, he would correct me. Raymond Legs, if he's here in the background, maybe he'll correct me. There's only been one train made for 3-rail that's a UK train, and that was last year. Märklin released the Flying Scotsman. There is a lot of American stock, and here's the thing. If you love your American stock, You can buy any American rolling stock you want and put it on a 3-rail track. You can't take German 3-rail stock and run it on your American. You just have to get the locos. That's your only issue. I can open a box of an Athearn boxcar and stick it on one of these trains, and other than just oiling the axle, I would not really have to adjust it. I might want to see, it's better if you put on Roco, or I'm sorry, Märklin appropriate wheel sets. But I've got Roco and Pico cars that I've never replaced their axles, their wheels. I've never replaced them. I just took them out of the box and put them on. As long as they're not powered. If you want them powered, then you're screwed. You got to wire it up so it'll get power from the 3rd rail by adding a shoe to each car. But if you got just your standard freight, you can take it out of the box. I can go buy anything at any show, and if it's HO, I can run it on my track except locomotives. Locomotives have to be 3-rail. But the rolling stock passenger cars, I can put them on my layout and not worry about it. But if you buy a Märklin, you say, oh, look at that beautiful Märklin freight car. You know, look at that beautiful ore hopper. You put that on your 2-rail track, you'll fry your system out. Because 2-rail are insulated. 2-rail axles are insulated. The wheels are insulated from each other. And in 3-rail, they're not insulated. So they're isolated or insulated, however you want to call it. Yeah, right. And that's, yeah, because the only 3-rail nowadays is that you're going to run into is your Lionel. I don't think there's any HO American company that makes 3-rail rail. Like I said, MTH did make some 3-rail trains because there was a huge demand, even by the Europeans, for American-based locomotives in 3-rail. Märklin makes them. Märklin just released 4 variations of an ES44. 2 Union Pacific, a Kansas City Southern, and they're releasing later this year the Burlington and Northern, I think it is, or Norfolk Southern Lehigh Valley Retro Heritage paint scheme. And they've released tons of F7s in the past and various others. But yeah, if you're looking for CSX or Baltimore and Ohio, it's very, very hard to find. Of course, you can convert them to 3-rail. You can buy a American 2-rail and convert it to 3-rail, but it's a lot of wiring. You got to get the ski. You got to make sure you can wire it properly and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Chesty Trains, nice to have you. Welcome in. And there's Sir Chris from Valley's 56. How are you? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Or they charge you a minimal fee for the axles. But yeah, if you're buying something, they'll switch them out for you at the local shops. This past summer, Joyce and I went to Germany. 2023 was our first trip to Germany since 2019, and we spent the entire month of June in Germany. We knew going to Germany, we were going to train shops, model train shops everywhere. We had 3 in Freiburg and 2 in the Stuttgart area, as well as going to the Märklin shop. We went to a couple in Salzburg and a couple in Bamberg and to some in Vienna. Wherever we stayed, we were going into model train shops. Joyce knew we were doing model trains, and she was cool with it. But yeah, the people, other than one shop we went into in Freiburg, the people are just amazingly helpful and will bend over backwards to help you out any way they can. I would like a modern steam track Asila released in 3-rail. I really keep hoping Märklin will release it so I can put an American locomotive. But if I'm going to put an American locomotive on my layout, I want it to be an Amtrak because I am a passenger car guy. Although I was very tempted, and am still tempted, to get one of these Märklin, what is it, EF44s or whatever they were? No, Dino, I have not ordered a night jet. They are priced so high just for the 8-car set. They are priced so high that even with discount, I'm going to pay. I would pay close to $1,000 for the 8-car set, and I just that's hard to budget. Okay, I mean it's possible, but it is hard to budget. And trust me, I desperately want one. Where I was thinking of taking some money out of my retirement, money, that my investment money, which is basically for my kids' inheritance, and just take $1,000 out and say screw it and get it so I can get a night jet, quit worrying about it. But it's just so expensive. They're releasing 8 variations of the Railjet, and each one is, I mean, the manufacturer's suggested retail price is $1,100 to $1,300 on them. $1,300. That's 1,000 pounds. That's 1,000 pounds. That's insane. Hey, Model Train Aficionado, how are you? I'd have to look back up what those are. The only thing I have pre-ordered from Roco, from Märklin, from Pico, all the new sets, I've only pre-ordered one train. I put a bunch on wish list. In other words, if things work out, maybe yes, maybe no. I have wish list, which is if I might get it if nothing else happens and I decide I want to get it. But the only thing I pre-ordered is the new Märklin Desiro, and I'm getting it in the Baden-Württemberg state color version and not the Deutsche Bahn Regio Verkehrsrot, the traffic red. I'm getting it in the Baden-Württemberg version just to have a different livery. Plus, that's the one Joyce and I rode. Oh, the Danish Vectron. Right, okay, so that's the Danish set. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't memorize the numbers other than the ones I'm looking at. And even now, I didn't even memorize the numbers on that. Hey, Brian Rock Rail fan, welcome, and how are you? So yeah, they're just, the prices on Roco's new rail jets are just insane. I mean, the new Czech Railjet I got, the 6 cars not on sale. Well, I got them for $500, but their list price was $600. And that they're lit. They have interior lighting, nice. They're true 187 scale. That Czech Railjet set, which what's the best way to show it off here? Probably the upper cam again. Yeah, you guys can see it there. The blue train towards the bottom of your screen parked there. There's a Loco, which was separate, and then those 8 cars. 7 cars. 7-car set. Yeah, because there's a 3-car set and a 4-car set, because the Czech Railjet is 7 cars normally. Sometimes it's only 5. Anyhow, that was for 7 cars. I paid $500 plus shipping for that. $500 plus shipping for that. Add 1 car, and by the way, that's Roco. That is Roco. Add 1 car, and the new Railjet sets are $1,000 to $1,300 American dollars. It's, I just can't see myself. I still keep hoping maybe I'll find an old Railjet set from a couple of years ago. Oh, that's Danish steamer. Oh, Simon, that Danish steamer was beautiful. Märklin released a Czechoslovakian steamer from the communist era 2 years ago that was what was it called? The Alberta or something like that? That was a gorgeous, gorgeous steamer. Märklin's releasing some beautiful trains. Fortunately, I do have to cut myself off. Fortunately, it's steam, and I'm less likely to get steam than anything else. I really try to limit myself to Era 6. I say as I've got a whole bunch of Era 4 cars I've picked up. The Albatross, that's it. Thank you. The Albatross. Yeah, I saw the new Metronome and the fact that it's a 6-car Metronome. I did not know Metronome went up to 6 cars now. They were 5-car consist, and now it is a 6-car. But I've got this Metronome. I don't see a big difference. Yes, they've upgraded it, but this has lights, sound, everything on it. I don't need a new Metronome. As long as this one's working, I don't need a new Metronome. And that's why I didn't order it. I'm not just going to... As long as mine is working great and this guy works great, I'm not going to bother. Azuma! Uh-oh. The Azuma stopped. All right, Azuma, what's up? Oh. Somebody derailed the Azuma. Ho ho! I don't know why, but they both got a little bit of a... Well, this guy got derailed from the Azuma. What's up with that? Did you bump the Azuma woman? Woo! Nasty cat. Okay. Oh, she pooped in the original thing? Oh my god, I do think that. I don't care. I just so tired of them pooping on everything but where they should. Well, they knew I was down here, so they didn't know I... I'm sick of it. Okay, well, we gotta do the rest of the fix here. Talk amongst yourselves over there. That sounds like everything's good. Woo. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, but yeah, the Azuma derailed over there, fell over. I don't know if Joyce bumped it when she was coming down or not. Oh, the Metropolitan. Yeah, but no, it's a beautiful train, but Chesty, yeah, that's one I'm going to pass on. It's a beautiful train, but I have no connection to it. It didn't run for a long time. I was not going to Germany. I think it went out of service the year before I started going to Germany. Started in the mid-90s and ended in the early 2000s. So yeah. Pico, is it Pico or Roco? One of those two are releasing a new 6-car Metronome, but yeah. Does the Hornby derail system? It's Hornby, what do you expect? No, I think that got bumped. That Azuma runs beautifully. That Azuma is if you hate on Hornby, that's fine, but the Azuma is not one of the ones you should be hating on. The only thing I'll say about the Azuma is that for a 5-car set that is non-digital, for $50 more, I could buy an ICE3 or an ICE4 car set from Märklin that is fully digital with working pantographs and everything else. So it's a beautiful train, but if you pay the $400 to, Joyce got it on really good sale. I mean, thanks to Alan Wiles and Andrew McDonald from March West Junction TMD. Joyce got a really good deal on that Azuma. But I think it's manufacturer suggested retail price. Or what do they call it in the UK? The RRP, the retailer recommended price, or the RRRP, retailer recommended retail price, however that works, was around $400. And I just think for what you get, that's expensive compared to what I would get for $500 from a Märklin ICE4 set. Now, mind you, the ICE4 set, 5-car set, its list price is $599, or it was when I bought it. Now it's more expensive, like $649. But I get it for a lot less from my model shop. So I paid, technically I paid $470 for my ICE4 5-car set. Out of pocket, I paid $300 because I had like $175 saved up on my discount bonus. So I used that and cashed it in. So I paid about $300 to $350 for it instead of the $600 it was retailing at. All right, Ray, my third rail track, I can run multiple trains on it going the same direction, because obviously if you ran the opposite way, they'll crash on the other side. Now, you can use this track in analog operation or digital. It just depends on what controller you plug in. So I could unplug my Central Station 3 and plug in a analog controller and run analog trains on the track. I'd have to take most of my digital trains off the track, but I'm pretty sure most Märklin trains, even though they're digital, can run analog. You lose 90% of your functions. If it has 36 functions, you're down to 4. Yeah, all right, Eric is taking off. All right. Good night, Eric. Take care. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Always glad to see you. Always wishing you the best health and such. Hello, Boxcar Jerry. The thing is, for the 10,000th time in my live streams, the problem is in the model train world, we use terms in the English-speaking world that have slightly different meanings in the European world. For example, we talk about AC versus DC. And again, the electricians and the electrical engineers start fighting, Märklin isn't truly AC and blah, 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 blah. This is, we're not going to get that. Märklin calls its 3-rail stuff AC. AC is 3-rail to a Märklin person. AC means 3-rail. DC means 2-rail. But to the average American and guy from Canada and the UK and so forth, DC is analog and DCC is digital. But the fact is, DCC, digital command control, technically Märklin is DCC, but instead of using the DCC protocol, they have their own, which is called MM, Märklin Motorola, or MFX, or now it's called MFX Plus. But any control system on the planet Earth will run your Märklin trains. Like, I could grab an NCE cab, plug it into my system, and control my trains that way. I could take my Central Station 3 and plug in Bachmann track and use my Central Station 3 and control anything that's got a decoder in it. My trains are not all MFX. I even have some generic decoders in some of my old analog Märklin stuff that is now digital, and they're DCC programmed because the guy who programmed for me programmed them as DCC. But I can take anything that is ready to run, whether it's DCC, Scaletron, or there's a third programming language out there. And I can, as long as it can run 3-rail, I can put it on my track, load it into my Central Station 3, and it will run. So whether a train is MFX or DCC in terms of what language the decoder is written in, if you want to call it that, I know that's not accurate, but it helps the non-initiates understand. Think of it as a programming language. Think of it as Windows versus Windows versus Apple. You know, they're programmed, they're written differently. But the computer system, the Z21, the ECOS, the Märklin Central Station 3, reads all of them. Yes, from one controller. Now, again, I could do what I'm doing in a DCC format, okay? I could do this with a DC setup, Ray, okay? The only thing is, I would either have to have a power system that isolated all, well, I could do it even with my Central Station 3, where it was 2-rail track, because the Central Station 3 works on 2-rail systems as well. The Central Station 3 is merely a digital controller. It works with tricks with this Märklin's DC format, and it works with Märklin, which is AC, 3-rail format. So you can do it. The only difference is where I have my tracks connected, and again, I'll go to mobile thing here. So I have one power line. I have one power line, and let me set it up for you here. So let's go to the mobile show again. Let's see if I can just, I'll just turn this camera around this way. Okay. Okay. The first thing, which you can't see, is right here is a power line. The only power line from my control system to my entire main layout. The only power line is right here under this track. Now, over here, whoops, turn camera, turn. Disco Inferno. Now, to keep the power running consistently to all my runs, I have turnouts switches right here to let the juice flow. So I've got them there and I got them up there. That's just to allow the current to flow through my entire system in one setup. But there's one power line running to that track. So let me go back to the multi-show, since you don't need to see me close up now. Okay. Whoops. There we go, multi-view. Now, if I wanted to do this with DC trains, all I would have to do is isolate each of these runs from each other. Each of these lines, I would just have to isolate them. Either, and then run additional power lines to each line. Okay, I would just run a power line to each line and just deaden the turnouts. I would just have to put these little pins that you put inside to kill the power, to isolate the turnouts. And that way I could still switch trains and have a train go from one lane to another, just like you see at Miniature Wonderland or anybody else, which is mostly DC 2-rail. They do have some 3-rail sections, but most of Miniature Wonderland is 2-rail. But anyhow, you would do that, and voila, you just isolate each section, but then run from the same controller, you would just run a different power line to each of the 6 lines I'm running. So if I wanted to make this DC, I just isolate the turnouts from each lane. I just isolate them, deaden them. And then I would just have to connect a power line, you know, just go from 1 to 1 to 1 where it's just running power to each one. And I could run it in DC analog. Yeah, and Simon, you touch on the other thing. Now, you don't have to get the big Central Station 3 controller. I now have the completely portable mobile station from Märklin. This is Märklin Mobile Station. As well as I have the wired throttles, but they're more like I like these. I've seen the NCE power cabs and all those other throttles that you guys use. I like these better because it's a little easier to get to each train and control each train. Plus, let me turn this on. Let's get to it. Plus, I can run it on my tablet. Just like you would with a Z21 or an ECOS, whatever. Because the ECOS had the ESU ECOS, Electronic Command Station, and the Central Station 3 are basically the same thing. In fact, the people who make the ECOS were the ones who designed the first Central Station, which is why they're so similar. I can also put this on my smartphone and control it from my smartphone. So I can have throttles, I can have tablets and smartphones, I can control this. It's on my computer. Well, you can't see it on the computer, but like right now, not only do I have my Central Station 3 there, but it's on my computer there. So I can do different things and control different things from my computer than with my Central Station. They all work together, but they're separate controls. And I've got it on another computer over here. So computer, tablet, on another computer, the handheld controls, the wireless handheld control, and then your main stationary control system, the Central Station 3. So that's, but the thing is, it is an easy system to adapt to if you're going to do 3-rail, or even if you're going to do digital European. The only drawback is in my 3-rail version, you can't get a lot of American stock. But if you were to go to Tricks and run 2-rail, then you could use the Central Station and set the track up, but you'd have to isolate things more, and you could still do what I'm doing. You can control the trains, because in digital, you're not controlling the train from the track, you're controlling it from the decoder. So you can run trains in opposite directions on the same layout. I've wasted way too much time on that, I'm sure. I've bored the audience to death. Yeah, although again, I think that gets more complex. Yeah, I mean, the Trix and the Märklin stuff is interchangeable. It's the same stuff as Märklin, they just stick the Trix name on it. So if you can't find a Märklin power pack, you can buy a Trix. You can buy a Trix M83 decoder if you can't get the Märklin M83 decoder. You know, they're the same thing. The only thing that's different between Märklin and Trix is Märklin Trix C-Track is 2-rail. And my buddy Christopher from Christopher's Hobby Vlog, he's got Trix C-Track and he loves it. And it has a lot of the same advantages that the Märklin C-Track has. The biggest thing is, again, because it's 2-rail, you're still dealing with some aspects of DC power versus AC power, 2-rail powering versus... But again, you're still doing a lot less drop wiring and everything else because the way the track goes together. Hey, which Matt is here? Matt Slade. Welcome in, Matt. Great to have you here. Very honored, sir. Thank you for coming in. And we are joined by the one, the only... Joyce! All right, let's get your camera set up for you while you're booping with everything. Oh, why did that just leave me there? Oh, look, you're connected again. I was connected. No, it was right here. If anything, I bumped it. And we're at least. Let's see, how are you? We're close. Better, better. I think perfect. Well, you are perfect, but now the camera on you is perfect. Got so much stuff here. I've been charging things, and there's wildlife here and everything else. I tell you, there you go. How are you, Joy?
Got a headache. All right, hi, Levington. Hi, Andy. You get the wave in there?
Yeah, but he did it all
Thank you,
caps, so you have to go,
Raymond.
Andy!
Andy! Okay, does that work? So, whoops, watch yourself. Hi, Simon. SJ Simon, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Anybody with SJ is Simon, both the British and the Danish.
Oh, my God. So, hi, Kieran. Hi, Ray. Hi, March West. Hi, Chesty. Dino! Hi, Mick. Again, I got names and then I forget them fast.
So just call their channel name.
Yeah, it's okay. I hope it's okay. I'll just put Anthony on my phone. So, oh, hi there, Sparky. Nice
Put me on
you
your
came
phone. I'm
in.
right next to you.
Sparky just saying hi. So,
Yep.
hi, Zeter. Zeter?
Zeta.
Zeta.
Zeta. That's how I say it. I could be totally wrong, but Zeta, just because it looks like Petra, but with a Z.
Okay, I'm just going. Okay, now things are coming out. So let me give you your like on here. Now we're going to live chat. So hello, Joseph. I didn't say hi. It's Sparky's hi. Yeah. So okay, and hi, absolutely everybody, especially if I missed you.
If she missed you, it's purely unintentional. Don't take it the
Yes,
wrong way.
absolutely. Just trying to settle in here. And finding space.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Right
crap
here.
piled up
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of stuff here, so. I always gotta watch this. It always wants to go to the...
I think what I'll do is that
chat.
multi-port from Arty, I will bring and collect there because it takes up less space than that
Okay.
big long one that way because it's
Oh, okay.
vertical instead of horizontal.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it could be. So...
A bit of water damage on Jubilee Road. Oh no!
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. That sounds horrible.
It's terrible.
Sparky waits for Joyce to trip his breaker.
So it's not so jubilant road.
Oh, so sorry, Matt. That's horrible getting water in. And on your layout, that's tragic.
Knock on wood. Never had
even-
water damage on the layout. We just
Even
had.
a bit is bad. So, ugh,
Yeah, a little bit is very bad.
yeah. I love water, but it has to stay where it belongs.
Agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it smells down here too. Or it just smells with me.
But I love water more than you.
No, you don't. You love
What?
being in water more than I do. You do not love water more than me. Your turn.
So what happened?
Nothing.
Oh, do I need to snip a eyebrow?
Yeah,
I
no
did.
more.
Yeah, when I shaved everything off today, I forgot to do the eyebrows
Yep, that's easy. I don't want to point that out in the middle of the life.
or the eyebrows.
You know me. I'm just sort of, if it's there, it's there.
Yes, you see these things. I don't. I don't think about it, but
Well,
you see
no,
them.
but unfortunately, I
Oh
see
my
things,
God! Look at the hair sticking out
I
of your
see things and
eyebrow.
it chops out and like, oh, no filters.
I tend to notice the
anyway,
ones
I-
coming out of the ears, but not the.
Well, yeah, I probably don't notice those as much. So I hope everybody's doing well. And we're having fun today, I hope, with this eclectic.
I was hoping we might see Sparky, or not Sparky. I mean, not
Yeah.
Arty,
Arty,
not Sparky.
yeah,
Arty
hoping
is whom I
Do
meant
we
to
know where
say.
Arty is right now?
He's still with Ray Bell,
He is still with Ray. Okay.
I believe. He went and saw Joe Rader. All right, Raymond Anthony,
okay.
take care.
That's nice, Joe. He said he
Oh,
was...
no, bye-bye water. I'm
No,
sorry, I just saw
the
bye-bye. I
water
jumped
into the
gun there.
plants. Yeah, well, that's great. So
The
just...
backboard got wet.
Oh,
All right, well,
yeah,
at least-
that's some work to fix it. So, Team Sparky, you like that, huh? So, oh, yeah, I really feel for you. We've dealt with water issues and just yuck. But anyway, yeah, we're kind of hoping to see Artie, see how he was getting on, Ziaro.
Well, we saw him on, you didn't watch Control or
Yeah. Oh, the
Cab-
yeah, I
Cab
actually
Crew
caught up
Wednesday.
and I didn't. Is it from the chimney flashing?
well, somebody's asking.
Yeah, no, Andy is.
Chimney flashing,
That's
Matt.
a fair question. Oh, yeah. I just have a bad
A
smell.
very angry mouse taking a leak.
Oh, no. Or just, well, of course, what's he in? Is he in a shed?
Well, he's got two, but Main Jubilee Road is up in his loft.
In his loft, okay. So
Similar
up there.
similar to how Jim from Hover Motion is set up.
Oh,
Just
there you go,
similar.
Raymond. That was the nice thing. Yeah, okay. It was from the flashing. Okay. Well, at least it
Water
didn't-
makes a steam engine run, but not on a model
it's-
layout.
Yeah, not on a layout.
Not on a model
Oh,
layout.
good. Hi, Tom. Lost his Wi-Fi. Got it back.
Well, welcome back.
All right. Well, yeah. As long as you know where it is, that's the hard part. Is figuring out its source. So that you got it, you can fix it.
Now you know, and knowing is half the
anyway,
battle. G.I. Joe.
I was going to order pizza at 6:20.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which means I'll be here at 6:05.
Well, I hope not, since I told it 6:20. You know, I ordered
Did you
it
see my
ahead.
new guy running down there when you were kicking them over?
I didn't kick them over.
Oh, he just randomly fell over?
When I came down, it was all.
Oh, it was already off when he
kebabs.
came down?
Yeah.
Huh, how'd
So
that
I don't
happen
know
then?
what happened, but no, it was not me. 100%
Well, that
it
one
was
car
not me.
does seem to be rocking a bit. Maybe he rocked.
So, oh, right. Artie's somewhere between Maryland and South Carolina.
All right.
Oh, so he took off today. Okay, gotcha.
Well, I assume in South Carolina he's probably going to pop up at Tammy and Ray's again.
I thought he had family down there.
He does have family, but he's staying with Tammy.
He's staying with Tammy. Okay, gotcha.
At least that's what I understood.
All right. Well, yeah, it's a little hard to figure it out. Good for Tammy, you know.
Yeah, live steam locos.
That's very sweet of your family to put him up. Who's
Yes,
that
it's sweet of
successful?
anybody to put Artie up.
Right.
It's even sweeter to put up with Artie, but that's a different.
Oh, he did all right. It's just he was sick while he was here. He did not feel good almost the whole time.
Yeah,
You
he
could tell when he arrived.
he
didn't
went to
feel good.
Amherst, but decided to be sick when he was here. We see where priorities lie.
We got the sick Artie. He was on the mend when we sent him off.
He was we fixed Artie. Artie was
He
broken
was
when we
sued,
got
but
him.
it was a fix.
Artie was broken when he got here, but we fixed
We
him.
fixed him. Yeah.
We didn't give him coffee either. We did not have coffee here or tea.
He said he didn't need it.
See, we sent
We
a text to
offered
Artie. Artie, what would you like here?
Right.
What do you need to have here?
We would have gotten him some coffee. Although I think we still have some. It's probably old.
What drinks do you need? And he just sent a picture of Powerade.
Yeah,
Great. Purple
great
Powerade.
Purple Powerade. So I got him 6 liters.
Andy, that's a good way to look at it, Andy. It's nice to have a layout in your loft because otherwise those leaks would be unnoticed for a long time.
It's true.
It's true. That's like,
it could be fortuitous.
there's an argument for your significant other. Honey, I need to build a model train in the loft. No, you're not doing it. No, it'll help us keep track of any leaks in the roof. We could save money in the long run.
Hell, Ray, we have some whiskey. He wanted the purple stuff.
We did give him a little bit of some very
Yeah,
good
we
peach
shared
brandy.
some brandy, which made his eyes pop. So I think it was good. Like a good.
I mean, if we wait too long to recognize the roof going down, yeah, it could cost us 15,000 pounds or more.
Oh,
My layout will only
sure.
cost 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah.
We would be saving money in the long run. You said we had to have a dog for security, and all the burglars did was give him a steak, and he let the bastards go.
Yeah, our dog would have done that. Did
Yeah,
you,
our dog would have done that.
Yeah, because we waterproofed the basement. I know
Our dog, if you gave our dog a
you
steak,
had a layout before
if
we
you gave our
bought
dog
it.
a steak, she'd taken you and show you where the safe was,
Yeah,
and would have
pretty much.
barked out the combination.
Ruff, ruff, 2. Ruff, 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 5. Yeah. Well, water and liquid muscle relaxer.
Well, Zader, 4,000 pounds.
Ollie, that
You
doesn't
know,
sound healthy.
you can do it
Hi,
easily.
Ian. Nice to see ya. Mucho arrives I did not this trip. I don't know.
Say what?
Ian. So that's hello.
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 Just give it that awesome. Hello.
Hello.
Good day.
Hello, Ian. You should have had that move done in a day, I bet.
Yeah, there's that, Sparky. Now, you had that shed because, sadly, I had joined your channel after, right about the time you were building the shed and moving into the shed. That's when I found your channel. I think I joined right after the big water episode.
Okay, I don't know.
What?
If that's when you joined Sparky, it seemed like a little sooner than that. I don't know.
And liquid muscle relaxers. Yikes!
Yeah, we understood that way.
Oh, man.
At least I did.
My mom's actual mom, my grandmother my grandmother Reitz, she lived in a house that was well water, or as we called it as kids, egg water.
Yeah.
Oh,
sulfur.
man, did she stink.
Just carried that sulfur smell with her, huh?
Yep. All right, well, Simon, thank you for hanging
Hi,
out with us
Simon.
for this
Or
time.
hi,
It was an
Simon.
honor to have you, sir. It's an honor to have
we're
everybody
happy
here.
to see you here.
But with you guys not checking in, I'd just be sitting here doing nothing. I'd be running my trains and talking to nobody, and Joyce probably wouldn't even come down to keep me company.
All right, bye, Karen.
I've got to work up the courage and start. I actually already messed with the reed sensors. I've moved them, but I haven't
Okay,
tested them.
but you haven't tested it. All right.
Now I have to test them.
Changed my filter.
Uh-oh.
We did probably 85% water change.
Okay, and then you gotta let it run for 24 to 48
I
hours.
gotta let it run a while, yeah.
So you're planning on just giving it the weekend and running out, buying more fish and taking them in?
Maybe.
Maybe. Just give up and have fake plastic fish. They never die, like rubber plants. Kids wouldn't know the difference.
Oh, the ones at school are doing fine.
Oh, okay, the ones here.
Yeah, it's just been here.
Well, considering how much you actually watch and pay attention to those fish, you wouldn't notice the difference.
I put a lot of time from this.
You look at them in the morning briefly when you feed them, then you go.
I feed them in the morning, I feed them in the afternoon, I look at them when I'm at the table.
You feed them in the afternoon.
If I don't
when
have,
you come home from work,
no,
you feed them?
No, I feed them before I go to bed.
What's the weather bringing, Joyce?
It's
All right, good night, Zeta. Again, thanks for joining us today.
Snowing. We're supposed to get like a half an inch of snow or so in the next 24 hours. Cooler this weekend, but not much. It's at the point where we're starting to look for
a sushi
spring.
bar. A sushi bar coach.
Because it's just going to be close to normal temps and a little warmer, so.
Now over to Bob with sports.
I found it a very sad. We've had 2 winters here with almost no snow.
Yep.
And it's been discouraging. Now, mind you,
we have been.
I have 4 snow days this year for what that's worth.
Well, we never even got the big snow we were supposed to get.
No.
But they were saying coming into winter it'd be a light snow winter.
Yeah, they did. Although there were variables that could have changed it.
Well, always.
Yeah. We were all looking forward to it. The kids were supposed to take seeds and throw them in the prairie. So I said, it's middle February. What are we doing? Who the heck's in charge here? Because of the snow days, they went and seeded it themselves. Oh, I am very annoyed. I got those kids all psyched up.
Do it anyhow.
Just go grab some seeds. I get the wrong seeds.
Amtrak needs to add a coffee house coach on their short distance trains.
They promise they will have the kids actually planting 6-inch plugs in the spring. Yeah, I need to make another post on what we're doing.
Let it go, dear. Let it go.
Okay, sorry. It's going the way it's supposed to.
So is there any train you specifically like I'm running today? Is there anyone that catches your fancy?
Well, we've ridden on the Metronome many, many times.
Metronome does catch your eye because of those colors. It's very striking.
We have been on the regional. You have the ICEs out? Yes, you do.
I have the ICE 2 is running because he has not run in a long time.
That would have been my guess. Does he say 2 on him? No, they never did. But he comes out. So 2 would have been my guess.
I'm going to stop him next
So
time.
now
Let's do it
ICE
one more
2.
time. Let's do it one more time.
What are you doing?
Shooting heroin again.
Okay.
Could you hand me, do you see the tall black cup? There's a small, tall black cup. There's a small, no.
You don't
small.
want this one.
Wait till I finish telling you what to get. Then you get, yeah, that big, that you now drop. Joyce, you're so impatient.
I am impatient.
Well, that would work too, but I wanted the small one.
It fell completely down.
This is the heroin, that one's the crack.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Is it flavored?
Flavored crack?
Well,
Flavored crack? Is that a thing?
No, oh boy.
Oh.
Rick had flavored fluid of some
Oh, that's
sort.
right. Rick Steam Engines, they have...
Yeah, it was root beer flavored.
Not flavored, but they're scented.
Oh, I bet, Nick. I hope you got some beer for that. Oh, okay. I didn't finish reading it. Impatient. So, yeah, the beer is flowing. That's a good thing. Amtrak needs a griddle car. There you go. Building models, running 2 YouTube channels. Yeah, Anthony does that an awful lot.
Who, what?
CMD
Oh, the
says
218, the loaf of bread. The 218, I believe,
yeah.
is the one that's nicknamed the loaf of bread.
CMD says he's building models and running 2 YouTube channels the best way. Okay, I think I have to run a load. What else could I throw in there?
I run one YouTube channel.
I don't want to do two towels.
Oh, what did I do with the cap to this? Oh, there it is.
We just take our towels
so now we will get
prematurely.
this guy going again. Oh, not that fast, not that
Hello,
fast.
Ian. Again.
And
So Andy has coal, oil, and Christmas scented smoke. Oh, you gotta look around a little more.
you're watching two channels. You're not running two channels. You're watching. Yeah, I do that. I will
Yeah.
sometimes have 3 or 4 going at a
All
time.
right, I understood what you were saying. It drives.
It was me. Hey, Colin, how are
Hi,
you, Colin?
It drives me absolutely crazy that he has multiple things on. Okay, I can't stand it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go get towels and run a load.
Oh, okay. She's quit. She's quit the show. Live on air. She's quit the show. Colin's got to take that personal. He came in and you left. Because I shouldn't have had that green bean salad for lunch. But I'm bummed. You're slowly going. You may have filled it a little too high. Yeah, Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, when we were at Rick's, he had like 5 or 6 different scented smoke distillates for his steam locomotives. That was just too wild. Wonder if I need to take a little out. Okay, oh, you just got to do it now and run the load? Why are you not huffing and puffing yet? Are you just a little too overloaded? Let's see if taking a little out helps. Okay, get to it, fella. They're always so touchy. We're having thin crust pizza for dinner. Joyce had today off for a holiday. She has today and Monday off, so she has a 4-day weekend. So the first thing she says to me today is not, "Hi, love, how are you?" It's like, "What are we going to do for dinner? I want it decided before the live stream."
Oh, that is not the first thing I said to you.
What was the first thing you said?
I think I said hi, and would you wrap up my fingers?
All right, hi, would you wrap up my fingers?
That's probably not
Huh.
really right.
Now he's
but-
not smoking. I might have slightly overfilled him, but I didn't think I went
Seems like
too
that's
high.
a regular thing you do.
What's that?
Overfilling them.
Yeah, thanks, dear.
Yeah, you figure out the sweet spot of how much to put in here.
Yeah. Oh, he was chugging the smoke out earlier.
It's very crispy. Actually, holds up pretty well.
Actually, we had Wiener Schnitzels on Sunday, and Arty was too sick to eat
Arty
my
was sick.
Wiener Schnitzels. Actually, we
Yeah.
had Swiss-style veal.
Yeah, it was very good, and we were sad he missed it, but that was.
Yeah, it was only one of 2 meals we cooked for Arty.
Yeah.
We took him out a couple of times and then left him on his own. Said, meat's there, cheese is there, bread's there, help yourself.
Well, he stayed an extra day because he wasn't up to flying.
See,
And he
I didn't know this was a thing.
yeah, he did.
I didn't know until I went to Rick's that
That you could get a
That you could
sticky
get
one.
different flavors of steam. I did not know this.
You might have to blow down the stick, he said. Andy says. So anyway, yeah, Monday was
He's just putting out just a little bit.
waffles. And,
On live TV, giving the steam locomotive a blowjob.
so anyway, I thought waffles are not really a good
And Arty said,
guest
no, make
meal.
them.
He's like, no, it sounds good. So, yeah, so he had waffles. That was one of the 2 meals we cooked them.
You know, I should have had you do that. Ratings would have gone through the roof. Good night, folks.
Sorry. Go down
See the long thing in the middle? Just blow on it
We
until it
blow
starts
the-
smoking.
If we blow the stack down, it'll never work. Dented?
Dented smoke?
Do you mean scented?
Next door neighbor has dented smoke.
I'm
There's something
confused.
there.
Oh,
You want to get popcorn smell.
Oh, I'm not sure that sounds good.
I want
Oh,
that.
you want to get... Yeah, no, we understood that, Sparky. JT Mega Steam.
Big boy. Scented smoke to use it
So
in my
like a big boy?
LGB. Okay, the
Scented.
mallet,
Okay, Matt. Or Mick, that makes sense.
Scented.
Yeah. Can you smell it, Mick, when he's using it?
3-day-old lingering fart
And
smell.
is it a good smell?
Well, he is chuffing a little there. There is a little coming out.
Well, hey, Digger, no worries. There is no late when it comes to a live stream.
Well, sorry you're having a bad day, but
Here
there's no
is
such
here.
thing as late.
Yeah, we're sorry. Your day's been rough.
No such thing as late.
Joseph asks, which is the most powerful?
Oh, I would have to say right now it's my B320. That big yellow, Märklin that I picked up in. Did I buy it in Germany or after I came home?
Oh, why doesn't it smell better?
Because it's cats and they're evil.
Yeah, no wonder we're always hungry. Yeah, because you're smelling popcorn.
But by far and away, he's my most powerful. Now, which one was number 2?
I used to say,
I don't know.
who's your heaviest?
My 2 Vectron 193s, my class 143, my class, my 2
That's
193
it.
Vectrons by Roco are very strong.
You're just gonna have to test them, honey.
Nah.
He refuses. Oh man.
Oh, man. Huh? Take something for it.
I know I was going to, and I didn't. I know. I came down early.
Yikes, Ray, that's scary. Why are you sniffing your neighbor's fingers? But yeah, my class 101s do okay, especially the red one. But the V320 is the toughest. My Märklin 218 in ocean blue and beige, that's a very strong puller. Probably stronger than the 218 I've got running right now. Although
Sounds
that
good,
one's pretty
Raymond.
good.
He's watching Jenny Kirk. A night is never too late to the
They're
Round
right,
Boy table,
precisely
nor
what they
too
need to.
early.
Well, even if it's Jenny Kirk, it doesn't matter because that's a line from the Lord of the Rings movies. It's not in the book.
Yeah.
It's Lord of the Rings movie.
Is that referring to elves or hobbitses?
No, it was Wizard. Gandalf says it.
Yeah.
You're late,
we're going
Gandalf.
into a-
Oh,
oh,
wizard
no.
is never late
Gotcha.
or early. Young Frodo, he arrives precisely when he means to.
Gotcha. So
Have I done any more to the
yes,
road
yeah.
system? Well, not since the update 4 and 5. I have not worked on it this week, although technically that's not
I
true
was gonna
because,
say,
as I
you
said,
just told me you did
I
something.
was I've moved the sensors, but I haven't tested them. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I don't think I'll work myself up into the mood to mess with it tonight, but tomorrow.
The Netherlands.
I think
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Yeah,
Cool.
I like Netherlands trains too. I just haven't ridden one.
CMDS, you ever thought of getting an ESU Loco? Don't you have an ESU Loco?
I've got an ESU Class 221. To be honest, not impressed with it. It is not a strong puller.
Oh, you did.
When I first tested it, it handled the incline very well, and it pulled a good rake, but after a few hours of running over a couple of live streams, it really seemed to lose some oomph.
Yeah, I remember that. You weren't real happy with it.
Fry Nottingham.
Did your train stop?
What
or not?
train?
Oh, the red
All the trains that
Regio
should be running are
are
running.
running. Okay.
All the trains that should be running are running.
Because it didn't look to me like he was really like.
It's always funny. People look at like one of the trains on the corner and they go,
Yeah.
"That one stopped." No, it's parked. There's a difference. It did stop to park, but it's parked. It shouldn't be running. But it's much better than one that shouldn't be running actually running. That would be bad news.
For sure. All right, I can see it now.
Yeah, I see it
now,
too.
Yeah. They have a mixed bag with all the tech built into them. Here's a Class 66.
I've
as
heard
well.
good things
That's
about
good.
ESU. They're dual systems, so you don't have to make two separate models. I think they're the detailing on them's awesome. I just wasn't impressed with my Class
And he's doing
221.
a schedule change.
You're going to go
you should
tomorrow
note
instead
that.
of Sunday. Same bat hour, different bat day, same bat channel.
Is that right? We're doing the same time?
I don't know. Is he Batman? Or is he Batty?
It's Märklin Steve.
Hi, Märklin Steve.
No. And you could have an air bubble in your smokestack.
Yeah, probably. I'll sort with it. I'll sort it out when I can stop it and mess with it. Yeah, it was blowing steam earlier, and then I filled it up, and it hasn't blown since then. But actually, it is putting out a little vapor-thin trail, but I'll mess with it later. No, I'm not going to the Sailing Toy Show. Toledo, and then whatever else might come up. We're only 4 weeks away from the Toledo Train Show.
Yeah.
Woohoo! 4 weeks. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to go live.
Hang out with Rick and Lisa.
No, I want to go live. I want to do it live. Because then we can do if somebody wants something, I can buy it from him. Look like a nice guy.
Yeah, well, you have trains you need to get Arty if it's still there.
Yeah. Well, Arty's going to have to remind me what trains he wanted the first time I
Gotcha,
didn't get
Andy.
them.
Okay. He's going to try the same time.
There are
but it
some
might be
trains.
later.
There's some cars I want to get if they're still there. They've been there the last two.
Okay.
It might be a little later. Well, I'll try to wake up. I've been sleeping in on the weekends lately. We have the Toledo Train Show the second Sunday of March every year.
In Oregon.
I live stream from it the last couple of years.
It's not very big.
But actually, it's been almost as big as the Sailing Show, and I've seen more stuff I'd be interested in at
No,
it.
I don't think it's as big as the Sailing Show.
Okay, maybe. You don't think so? Last year and the year before, it was bigger than it had
I mean,
been
it's
before.
it's more condensed, but it's still half of what's at Sailing.
I guess.
The Blue Tiger looks like it can pull.
Yeah, to be honest, I would agree. I think it's a very, very strong puller. It's a Mehano, and just after I got into the hobby, I heard nothing but negative about Mehano. And then some people said, oh no, Mehano, if you get their continental stuff and not the stuff they export, don't get their hobby stuff, get their top end stuff is really good, especially the stuff that stays on the continent. And I will say, I was given this Mehano by the Blue Tiger. I was given it, kindness of somebody's heart, and it's a winner.
Yeah.
I think it's got a cool looking livery,
Slugs up that hill with no problem.
and it's hauling that freight with no issue. The only issue it has is that its lights are intermittent. Sometimes its lights are on, sometimes not, but it is a very basic decoder. Although which one did I change the decoder? No, I did
Yeah.
was it the rail
Forgive me,
pool?
but is Alexandria Palace a trade show, or is it a palace that you're going to?
Yeah, that's the Ali Pali.
Okay, you recognize
Ali
it.
Pali is another big train
It's
show.
a big train show. Okay. Ah, there you go.
There's Ali Pali
Ah, gotcha. That
Yes.
makes sense.
and what was Warley, but now somebody else is going to do Warley. From what I'm hearing, very minimal that you're hearing is it's going to be basically the same as Warley, except it won't be the Warley Club running it.
Right. You're a different club. So that's great, Andy.
Oh, let's just hop a plane and go
You
to Ali
gotta-
Pali.
Oh, Lord. You got film? You have my 2 personal days.
It'd be too close to my.
I
Be
wanna
too
use
clo-
them.
Yeah. Save those days. Save your sick days. We'll
I have
just
personal days.
save it for next. Well, no, we gotta. Well, I gotta say, I can't do flights this close to June, May.
Yeah.
Even it's gonna take me this long to psych up or psych out.
Mm-hmm. Well, it gets need a little more sense because it's outside of London and that's where we land, and it's just not that hard.
No, it really wasn't too hard to get up to Getz. Once we found out, you have to take the train into London and then up to Milton Keynes. But we found where we could do it in an hour. Actually, it was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a Zoom train. The biggest thing was trying to get out of. The easiest way to get out of Heathrow was the rental car place was right at the exit of the highway. You would have driven straight up to Milton Keynes. So if we rented a car,
Yeah.
but the train was actually cheaper than renting a car.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I was catching them saying that. I saw the interview with whatever the group was that overtook it, and they were
Decided to
talking
take it
about
over,
making it
yeah.
even bigger. But I just if you're from the UK and you actually want to meet us, and why on earth you'd want to meet me? But I can there's a couple of reasons why you might want to meet Joyce, but
Apparently, I look a little different in real life.
who said that?
Arty.
Arty said you look different in real life. Right. Oh, right. We had that conversation, right. You're seeing her in 3D, Arty, instead of 2D. But it's Getz for us. That's the only one we're going to make,
That
Getz.
makes sense. We're electric trains and all that
The
kind of
Warley
crap.
one is our Thanksgiving. And then Ali Pali is, well, it's, when is Ali Pali? Isn't it, it's not February, isn't it March or April? When is Ali Pali? Hey, we haven't seen our daughter and grandson
No, we
yet.
haven't. Thanks,
Kayed, where are you? Maybe now.
I'll text her.
It's March, okay, yeah. When is your spring break this year? Oh, we've already, yeah, spring break. Joyce and I are going up to Niagara Falls in Canada. When is your spring break?
It's the very end of March, into April.
Okay, so yeah. So we're gonna spend a few days up there. We're gonna go up to Niagara Falls and go up to Toronto. And Dave from Scott Rails said if we go by Hamilton, which we would go by Hamilton, that we could stop by there and say hello. The NMRA show will be in Michigan and Novi. At the risk of offending some people, I have no interest in the NMRA show. I have no interest in the organization, and I have no interest in the in their show. I mean, their show might be cool because they tend to get a lot of vendors there. Like Märklin will come and set up, so there might be some interest in that.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
So that one I might think about. But again, you'd be paying North American prices for anything you saw there. So
yeah, but it's faster. Okay, so middle of the month. So we don't want like the beginning of it.
So Ali Pali is March 16th and 17th. There it is. Now it's smoking.
Oh, it took it a while.
Choo-woo! Here it goes.
So
Let's
it
catch
worked
up. Where's the
out
11 lane? Quick, 11 lane. Where's the 11 lane?
Worked
11
out
lane?
its
Where's the 11 lane?
issues.
Choo-woo! Petticoat Junction. Choo-woo! There, we got it smoking.
I don't know if you can see the
Yeah. Oh,
trail of smoke.
it has
behind
a
it.
stronger residue. There, it's spitting a little of what was in the way out.
Yep. That's
Coming
the
into
best
your view.
vibe. That's cool.
Any second now. 3, 2. There it is. Yeah, it's getting a little pop there where it's got the little bubble in it.
Yep.
Slow him down a bit. But yeah, he puts out the smoke.
He sure does.
He puts it out heavier than any of my other locomotives. And I've got a couple locomotives that really put it out, but this guy puts it out. The Class 50 really puts it out.
I'm not thinking
The thing is, he also, because he
not
puts it
thinking
out so
right.
heavy, he goes through it faster.
Yeah, of course he does.
Bing, bing. Is that Lenny?
Yeah. Headed on, but very, very low. So supporting, but not hearing. Little guy is struggling today.
Oh.
Just doesn't know what he wants. Expect for a couple things that he keeps asking for again and again, getting frustrated. I keep saying no.
Yeah. He was kind of there on Tuesday, not so much yesterday. Doesn't know what he wants, and he wants everything. Well, Kyan, are you seeing Opus train smoking there?
Where are you on me?
Because
Texting my daughter.
hit one there. Wait a minute, time out. Texting your daughter. Texting your daughter.
Our daughter.
I thought she was our daughter.
I'm sorry, honey.
I'm so offended.
Yeah, really.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They're only my kids when they're doing something wrong.
Well, about,
Honey, you need to talk to
well,
your
I
son.
thought that.
Honey, you need to talk to your son. Do you know what your son said to me today?
No, he's pretty sweet.
Why was it always... The Fine Scotsman smokes decently.
I asked if he wanted to say hi, and he said not yet.
Not yet.
We've heard that from that boy.
Well, that's it. Hey, Kyan, what's up? Opa's here. You gonna say hi to your Opa or not?
Oh,
You gonna say hi to Opa? No?
Buddy.
Not yet?
buddy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I whatevered my 3-year-old.
You did. You just whatevered your 3-year-old grandson.
Grandson, yeah.
You whatevered your grandchild.
Oh, sugar. I love that little guy.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm starting to regret writing Daisy May for you. You never said sugar until I had you say it sugar all the time as Daisy.
Just the thing.
And now you say it all the time. Oh, sugar. Hit the like button.
And you're like,
You're Popeye? I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
I should probably come up early just in case. Pizza got here.
I'm Popeye the Steroid Freak. We already did that routine.
Yeah, we did.
The water tank is a couple hours from where you grew up. Filmed in Back to the Future and others. Yeah, they tend to reuse those sites over and over. Like the Brady Bunch house was in shows before it and many shows after. In the background, it's been remodeled. It's still there. The home in Cleveland from Christmas Story is now a museum to the show. Bing, bing. Now what?
He just snapped his head to you guys on the table, then turned to absolutely glare at me. And now wants to know when we're going to Moma and Bopa's house.
Sorry, Lid.
Oh, didn't mean to call
You're
it
coming
trouble.
over tomorrow, Kyan. Tomorrow. You go to bed,
No,
you
he's
wake
not.
up, you play, then you come. Oh, wait, not tomorrow, Sunday. I keep feeling like today's Saturday, and I'm
I
doing my
know.
live stream. I've lost track of everything. I did Arty's live stream, my live stream, everything.
I know. Well, and we,
For 2 weeks, I did
I was
my.
home. That's why it doesn't feel
For
like
2 weeks,
that's why
I
it feels
did-
like Saturday.
Yeah, for 2 weeks I did my show
Another
and then
day
Arty's
off.
show without Arty, and then last week I did my show and Arty's
And
show
Arty.
from
And
here
Arty
with
did
Arty.
Arty's show with him, and yeah.
Look up Jamestown,
Yeah.
California.
Oh, show Matt's fats.
What happened?
I used to say sugar again and stop myself. I took something.
Oh,
aside.
sugar.
It's
Yeah,
getting
your
bad.
needle's stuck. We need to
Yeah, move it.
get you off the vinyl.
Yep.
Sierra number 3, your fave. Gotcha. Yeah, they always attend the big Milwaukee train show. Maybe it is Train Fest. They always, because Märklin USA is headquartered in Wisconsin,
Oh, okay.
so they always attend that one.
Road trip.
The Van Dan Eisenbahn. And welcome in, Van Dan Eisenbahn. Van Dan Eisenbahn Superbahn. No, that'd be Ben. Van war den Eisenbahn super. The problem is I can't say Van Dan Eisenbahn without thinking wham bam thank you ma'am.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's-
Good. Lynn said, no, all funny. His glaring is mostly adorable, but you can have him tomorrow if you want.
I'm still recovering
He's
from
off.
yesterday.
He's off a day. It's yeah. Sunday will be fine.
Choo-hoo! Got those old tin plates going. Those are a nice set of tin plates. I had to add the red. The other 6 are from Horst, but the red one I had to buy. But I do like it. It's a classic little dining car. I just wish it lit up.
I look. Oh,
Model Wonderland Trains in Rotterdam.
Rotterdam. Well, that would be worth attending.
Märklin is located in Missouri. I didn't know that. Last I knew they were headquartered in Wisconsin. Märklin USA was in Wisconsin. I'll have to look at my letter from them. See, I don't get my subscriptions and stuff through Märklin USA. I do it through Märklin in Germany. And Märklin USA every January says, it's time to renew your membership. It's like, my membership's not up till June. Well, hello, Off the Rails, Western Australia.
Yeah, identical twins hanging out. Identical Australian twins. So, welcome, Off the Rails.
Before I know. I'm not going to go to the Rhomboid table. Yeah, I would be very happy to have identical twins of choice. Most days. There'd be some days it would be scary.
Oh, that would be rough.
Yeah.
It would be nice to work that way, though.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Take turns going in.
Take turns going in. One of you stays home. It didn't matter which one stayed home with me.
Yeah.
Ooh, the fun.
Lynn laughed at Sunday will be fine.
The only problem would be going to bed.
We might need a bigger bed.
Yeah, because both of you would be like, I need this much space.
I'm not
and
that
I'd get
bad,
like this little bit in the island. I'd be getting this little bit in the middle.
You tuck all the blankets in and take them all. What are you talking about?
I only tuck the blankets in to keep you from taking them.
Oh, buddy.
Yes, I got the new catalog. It's actually
somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere, dear. Very good. It's somewhere.
It's over here, I'll bet.
Oh, it's on top there.
Märklin stuff.
On top there. All that Märklin stuff.
Would you like me to grab it?
Or the catalog. No, yes. I mean, yes. You were talking about the catalog. I'm sorry. When you said, would you like me to grab it, I thought you meant something else. It's a heavy pile. Don't drop it.
Oh, you want all of it?
Well,
I was just adding
you were
the
just
catalog.
adding. Yes. I got the big Märklin full catalog.
Buddy. Oh, yeah.
This is everything. New releases and anything that's still available and all their track stuff. K-Track, M-Track, all their lights, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I don't want to say I get this free because I pay $100 a year to Märklin to get the Märklin magazine, the Insider magazine, and the catalog comes with it. But yeah, that's a hefty big catalog. Here, catch. Heavy! Yeah, I gotta find space down. Actually, I do have space down there to put it in. 'Cause, yeah.
Yes, you do a little library down there. Märklin catalog.
They relocated some time ago. Well, there you go. See, nobody tells me anything.
Anthony wasn't paying attention.
I don't deal with Märklin USA. I've had exactly one interaction with Märklin USA. They sent me an email about a year and a half ago telling me, great channel, you're getting some things wrong. Do not use this email as an endorsement of your channel.
Right.
I was like, I think the guy, I forget which guy, because I used to know the name for that, but I think one of them is named Steve. Not you, Märklin Steve. But,
so what are you doing wrong? You know, he sent it back and he never
so
responded.
I sent an email. Tell me, what did I get wrong, and I'll correct it. And that was like last information.
Yeah, tweet. Perfect.
But, no, I know. I learned some things from when I did those.
Does anybody get a phone book anymore?
Those videos were 5 years. Well, they're going on 5 years old. I did those. Well, no, they are over 5 years. I did those videos in 2018, 2019, and I was only a year and a half in the hobby, and I was going by what guys that I thought knew more than me were telling me. And I mean, I'm not just mishearing what they're saying. They're telling me this stuff, and it's on Märklin Usersnet and all these other forums. And I would try to verify it because I don't like to put out information unless I verified it. But yes, you get things wrong. Oh, Ray, now I have jealousy.
Yeah, because he gets to watch the steamers and the machine shop working from Belt Drive Pool. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that around here where you can go to places and see the old belt drive motors and that. We got,
Oh, my May 15th field trip.
yeah, well, we
They
got
have-
Henry Ford Museum does it, and then Greenfield, not
Providence,
Greenfield. Well,
it's at-
Greenfield Village is part
It's at
of it.
Providence Park.
Providence Park does it.
Yeah, they
And,
have a working sawmill.
Oh, Solder Mill has a lot of the old
Water
belt drive
driven.
machines. No, the internet problems lasted 3 streams, and then they ended,
Yeah, and
and
then
it's
it
been fine
straightened
ever
out.
since.
Whatever the heck it was, we never did figure it out. But
Yeah.
it
The,
seems to
the
have
only
sorted
thing
itself.
that I assume it was both OBS and OBS, YouTube, and Windows all had major updates within days of each other, and then Windows kept updating. YouTube
several times in
put
a row.
up patches, and then OBS gave a minor update, and I think between the 3 of them they worked it out. Yeah, well, the thing is, I get the year subscription, so I'm not. It comes with my subscription for free. It's just I do my subscription through Märklin in Germany. Even though I get the English, they just relayed it. But I renew my subscription every June. I probably should do it in January because I don't get my 2024 card till whatever. Because I haven't got my 2024 card yet. But every time I try to renew it in January and just say, get me on that page, they say, you can't renew it yet.
Then they sent me an email.
And then they send me an
You're
email.
late. You're not an email. Yeah.
But I really don't give a rat's behind about Märklin USA. They, they don't do anything for me.
Don't even give you good advice.
They only go to 2 shows, and none of them are remotely close to my show.
Criticize without fixing.
Well, hello, Trekside Mike. Welcome in.
Hi, Trackside Mike.
But it's weird. I really struggled to decide what to run, and came up just roughly this idea. And we did, got a lot of compliments today, even more than normal, about just the selection. So there you go.
Just a variety. Tuna salad Mike. That's an in-joke.
But it's not our joke.
Nope.
Yeah, that camera tilted again. You can see on the...
Yeah, I did. There's one in that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can look at it and it's tilted. The wire's going
Yeah,
down. I
it
think
is
it's the
tilted.
cat's going under the table now. Maybe the one knucklehead is chewing on the wire.
Nice good. One of these days.
Good. One of these days she'll chew on one of the electrical wires, take herself out, and then it's one less cat.
Right. Oh, the most difficult one. You have no trains there. Here's one coming up, though.
Yeah, there's one coming. I knew it was coming. You get to watch it coming from a distance.
I know. Right up the lane.
It's just,
That's
you're
cool.
standing on the curvature of the earth at this point.
I'm coming the other way.
Yeah, Village View, you got everybody meeting. Because way in the back, you'll see the other guy coming up now.
Yeah.
But almost. Yeah, I just got to peel that road tape off and figure out a way to do it straight. I got my catalog. Yeah, it was probably, well, maybe closer to 3-4 weeks ago, because it was sitting in the living room for a couple of weeks, and then it's been down here for at least a week.
Oh, what's going on, Mike? You're going to Ohio? You gonna stop and say hi?
Yeah, where in Ohio is he going? If you're coming to Ohio from,
Michigan.
where you're at in Canada, you're coming through Toledo.
Hey, you're not coming too far from us.
Tell us where. We'll wave from one of the bridges,
You can do that. Or you could just stop,
or you could stop by. But you know,
take a rest.
yeah, if you need to stop and use the bathroom and have a drink, you can stop here.
So yeah.
Oh,
you go to
Deschler
Fostoria.
and Fostoria. So yeah, Deschler, where the guy that hit and ran my daughter's car lived
Right.
until he left the state.
It's true. Anyway, seriously, Mike, give us a message Anthony. We are not far off the
Beaten path.
75 there.
Yeah, we're not up. We're 75. There's a couple of different exits. Although the southbound exits are the ones that are screwed up, aren't they? To get off 75 to come here, or is it the?
But if he got off the trail,
Yeah.
I mean, north.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. Email you? Okay.
And we don't want to pressure you. We don't want to pressure you, but
Oh,
if
not
you
at all. Yeah.
want to stop and say hello,
If you just either direction.
we'd love to meet you. But
Yeah.
either way, going home. Although usually when you're going home, the last thing you want to do is stop and delay time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're meeting Dave from Crooked River, Pappy.
Okay.
Maybe Pappy.
Gotcha. Okay. Ah, you're making it a thing. Gotcha.
Heck, half the time Stormy Sky Production might have been there, but they went somewhere else. Oh, well, I turned it off because it was getting low.
Alright. Should I go upstairs and take some pizza?
Yeah, won't they call or text you if it... I won't worry about it too much. We
Probably.
can start winding down
Okay.
here.
Well, no,
Is
I'm
Liz
not
up there or
trying
is
to
she
rush.
asleep?
She went into her room.
Okay, well, did you warn her?
Oh yeah, I had a little conversation with him.
She's going to have to just learn to close the door.
Yeah, they're just gonna poop on the
They're going to poop
carpet.
everywhere but where they should.
Well, she didn't want to come down. Couple miles.
Yeah.
We don't.
You need a
We've
Trans-America Express.
When we've gone down to Fostoria, we don't take 75.
Right, we don't take 75 to Fostoria. You take 23.
23. Yeah.
So that's just it. He might be taking 75 and then pull 75 over to 23.
Probably not. You can get to Fostoria. You just get off that North Baltimore
Right.
exit.
Yeah, and you'd zigzag over.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if it's faster or not. I would assume it's not. Otherwise, my parents would have used it.
Well, even on 23, you still have to exit off and go over. Because Fostoria, it's... Which one is Fostoria?
Sure,
I mean,
I
that's
could
your
get there.
family. That's your old family.
Yeah.
Your mom's family. Fremont,
I still have
Fostoria.
some family in Fostoria.
You definitely still have family in Fostoria.
Yeah, what did I just hear about Dick? Dick is struggling. I think they're putting him in a home.
Oh, they're putting Dick in a home? Alright, well, it is almost that time. Beep, beep, beep.
Ooh, I guessed right. Don't you get me out there.
What's that?
I guessed the right train on the controller.
You guessed right. Alright, well, we can start wrapping
Boy,
things.
you really made him skinny. But again, maybe not.
Who, what, where, what, why, how?
Oh, you got.
Oh, it doesn't want to turn off there. What the heck? I tell you. Oh, well, I won't worry about it. Yeah, for some reason they won't click off on the computer form.
Huh.
That one will. But for some reason, the 650, which is a Roco, I think there's something in the
Yeah,
one of its
on,
protocols
too.
that it won't
Okay.
work on the computer
Should I
one
just
until
exit
the
out?
screen one. Yeah,
Okay.
exit it out. It's not a big deal if you leave it on. It just means next time you put on the track, it'll be on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow, it is that wrap up time, and yeah, I want to thank everybody once again for spending part of your Friday with us. I've got the Knights of the Rhomboid table sign right on my head there. But so again, thanks to everybody. Again, thanks to Arty for just hanging with us. It was great having him.
Been
Thanks to
fun.
Rick. Thanks to Rick for inviting us up and
Yeah,
letting us come up there.
Nice. And we'll welcome you back.
I can't see
Yeah.
a damn thing, dear. I'll have to feel my way around. But anyhow, so on behalf of, you'll have to lean further. No, the other way. You have to go that way so I can lean forward. There you go. Guess what logo's being moved next time? All right. Anyhow, again, thanks to all of you, but especially thanks to all those people. And hi to Jean, who'll be watching this on replay while he sleeps. We want to say thanks to everybody. Take care. We'll see you on whoever stream we see you on and whatever videos you post. So until next Friday or tomorrow on Arty Show, we will say Auf Wiedersehen, choose. I'm sorry, Auf Wiedersehen.
Choose.
And hippie trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now.